One question I get asked all the time, especially from new agents, is how do I compete with experienced agents or people that have been in the business for a long time or done a lot of business? Specifically, how do I compete with them head to head if I'm in a listing appointment and I know that I'm competing with them? As an agent, as someone who just was an agent not too terribly long ago, there were plenty of times where I was competing against an agent with much more experience than I had. And sometimes I won. And when I won, I would ask the client most of the time, why'd you land on me? And there were so many different times where that seller would say, you know why we chose you? It's because of your excitement and enthusiasm, and it seemed like you really wanted to list our house. And I don't think that can be talked about enough. I think there's real value in making sure that when you leave a listing appointment, and really during that listing appointment, that seller feels like you really want that business, that you really are excited about the prospects of selling that property. I think sometimes we get too into the stats and the analytics and the numbers, and we don't get excited enough about the prospects of selling that property. Many of our top agents are some of our very most excited people in general. They love real estate. They eat, sleep, and breathe it, and they love houses. And when they go in, they can dissect the numbers, but they leave that seller feeling like that's the person for the job because they're just really excited about this business, and they're really excited about the opportunity to work with that person. So I'll encourage you to get excited. Whatever your routine is before you walk out the door on the listing appointment, make sure that it's not something that just is kind of an energy sap. Make sure that it's not just reviewing comps before you walk out the door, but do something to get excited. You know, when you think about the Royals, they play 162 games in a year, and that's a long season, and it would be easy for that season to drag on and on and on. So they have to constantly do things to stay excited. Of course, they have their routine, but they have to do new things every time to get amped up for the game. A lot of it's in preparation and feeling like they're the most prepared. And there's value there too. If you feel like you're the most prepared when you head into the listing appointment, guess what? You're probably going to be more excited about that listing appointment. But don't become so just kind of going through the motions and here's the comps, here's this, here's this, here's this, here's my marketing plan, ready to sign, that we don't explain to them that we really want that business, that you really want that business. There's real value there. And two people can present the same exact information, but the person that presents it the most passionately and is the most excited about it, many times will win. And you can throw experience or volume or sales history, you can throw all that out the window if that person leaves that appointment feeling like you're the person that wants it more. Because the person that wants it more generally will usually get the best results as well. So keep that in mind. Get excited.